Hey guys, welcome to Unlimited Health. Let's check out this video called The Russian Revolution Oversimplified Part 2. Okay, I reacted Part 1 and man, it actually fucking blew my mind. It was crazy, okay? And this was actual history of the Russia, and it was like, oh my god, the amount of controlling people that stay in these rich people that stay in their rich fucking utopias and mansions. They live in their own world and don't give a fuck what happens to the people outside. They will punish them. They will do anything to them. They even get scared and run away, but have their military do the fucking disgusting things like shooting them. It's just shooting your own people. Like, how do you come to that? Okay, it's crazy. Okay, and that was Russia. Okay, and you know, I know that whenever you talk about politics, it comes down to fascism, communism, these two parties in America fighting all the time. It's just crazy, okay? And let's just agree on one thing. We don't need to control. We don't need to go extreme control, and also, in my opinion, you don't need to go on extreme freedom either. Like, extreme freedom leads to degeneracy. At least that's my opinion. But you know, I'm not saying you should be responding to that in a matter of, you know, you should not respond to that with control either. So that's what I think. So it's you know, it's a terrible situation. To be extreme on anything is dangerous. Okay, let's get out of the way. Okay, let's just get into this video, part 2. I did part 1. I'll put that in the end of this video, or go check it out. It's in my channel. Okay, it's a recent video. Okay, just like 5th video somewhere right at the beginning. Okay, go check it out. Okay, but yeah, let's get into part 2. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. This thing has 22 million views. That's not a joke. Okay. And it's probably bigger duration than the first one. But let's do it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's see what's happening this time.
While Nicholas
what
had
the
been
fuck
busy
they
playing
did.
with his new best friend, tensions in Europe had been rising. It just so happened that in 1914, one Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary went for a drive with the top down in Sarajevo. One thing leads to another, and suddenly Russia found itself at war with half of Europe.
What?
A wave of patriotism swept through Russia. The capital was renamed to Petrograd because St. Petersburg sounded a bit too German. Even revolutionaries were getting on board. To them, World War I was a big stinky imperialist war, but they didn't want their big stinky imperialist replaced by a foreign one. So pretty much everyone wanted Russia to win. I hope Russia loses.
Oh,
Jeez,
shit.
read the room, Lenin. Lenin hoped Russia would lose because that would help him overthrow the Tsar. As long as he did that, who cares if Germany blows up half the country? And blow up half the country, they did. An inefficient Tsarist government meant there were shortages of just about everything you need to fight a war. And if losing a teensy-weensy war with Japan upset the people, losing a giant Wyatt war like this was much worse. Soldiers were deserting, the economy was imploding, and in no time, Russia was starving. The peasants were getting more peasanty, the workers were getting more workery, all the while Germany was getting more Germanery. Dimitri?
And what is it with this need for war? Like, bro, grow your nation instead of getting into war all the time. Like, what is it with this war? And people are fighting. Your own people are fighting amongst each other. And like, why would you care? You're like super rich and you don't give a fuck about everybody is a pest underneath you. So why would you care?
We need to win this war. I need someone with a great military mind to step in and take control. You're right. How about General Hickenlooper? How about me? You can't run the war. Who'll be in charge of the country while you're gone? Obviously, my German wife and a homeless wizard. Duh. Nicholas declared himself commander-in-chief and went to the front lines, leaving his German wife in charge while they were fighting the Germans. It wasn't a good look. And because Alexander was so close to Rasputin, people believed that he was actually calling the shots and secretly destroying Russia, and maybe even boinking her. And even look. At this point,
oh my god!
Can't take it anymore. Rasputin is destroying
bro. What the fuck? Oh my god.
We have to break his magic spell over the Tsar. But how? He's magic.
Hey, if anybody that needs to die is that fucking, that bearded dude trying to cuck you with, you know, doing extramarital affairs with your wife. Jesus. Fuck this. Douchebag, Rasputin.
Very cool.
Fuck him.
Hey, it's Rasputin.
Kill him.
The sexy party is running a little late, but in the meantime,
Did they
why don't
kill
you
him
try
or
one of
not?
These totally not poisoned cakes.
This dude is nothing more than a dumbass that does some kind of just fooled people into thinking that he has magical healing powers, and then he came into the freaking the most important people into their lives, and now he's trying to fuck his wife. Whoa!
Dude, why'd you say it like that? He's totally gonna know they're poisoned now. Shut up.
Shit.
I said they're not poisoned.
Oh man, dude.
Dude, he just ate
Kick
so much
him out.
poison. How is he still alive?
Wait, what?
Magic. Go with
Wait,
plan B.
wait, what? Oh!
Is he dead?
What? No.
I told you he was the Antichrist and you didn't believe me. Can you shut up for 1 minute and help me roll him up?
Did this really
Are
happen?
you sure he's dead? I don't know, but I'm supposed
So they
to
randomly killed him?
right now. Can we get this over with?
I don't care, I like it. I like this. Fuck that guy.
Okay, now he's dead. The murder of Rasputin, just like his life, is shrouded in mystery and speculation.
Fuck you,
He probably
you
didn't really
douchebag.
die like that, but he also probably didn't really heal people. He probably
Yeah.
didn't influence the Tsar as much as people thought. He probably wasn't secretly destroying the country. But what he definitely
Exactly.
did do, even in his death, was ruin the Tsar's reputation. Russia's
Right.
autocracy looked more outdated than ever. And
This
the
dude
Russian
is a
people
giant
were taking
pussy.
notice. Come on, men. Remember what we're
He just runs off, leaves his nation and runs off because he's scared, and lets his military shoot his own people. Like,
fighting
come on.
for. Yeah, no,
Okay.
we're out. World War I
Alright.
left Russia broke, hungry, and exhausted.
Wow,
and with
man.
Nicholas acting as commander-in-chief, he was getting even more blame. For
Okay.
the second time, Russia was on the brink of revolution. In
Again.
1917, Russia had been fighting a war it couldn't afford for 3 years. They
Right.
were running out of many things, most
Wow.
worryingly, food. On
Jeez.
International Women's Day, 1917, thousands of hungry women in Petrograd were so sick of being hungry that they took to the streets. And
Good.
it turns out it's not just women.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes women do things together, and if it's completely rooted in good morality and good intentions, then everybody needs to support them. You know, women don't do that much unless you have such a rich country where women are always complaining, acting like feminists. You know, if traditional women come out and do something together for a greater good, okay, do something with good intentions, every man needs to, you know, support that. You know, traditional women are the most nicest women, you know, and I feel for them,
Who
you know.
experience hunger, but men too. So the next day they joined in as well. Gatherings on the streets were forbidden, but I'm not sure how you'd arrest 250,000 people. The
Wow.
crowds demanded an end to
That's
the war
right.
and into food rationing.
Men are
and
also
even an
there.
end to
Good.
The Tsar's autocracy. Now, normally the troops
Good.
would deal with this kind of thing, but as it turns out, soldiers get hungry
Oh,
too,
man.
and they were also tired
Yeah.
of having to kill their
Cry.
fellow Russians so much.
You
So
like
they
killing
gathered
your own
around
people,
meeting
you
in the
bitches?
capital, and they joined the crowd
Cry.
as well, trashing symbols of the Tsar and his autocratic regime.
Good.
Things were escalating very quickly. Liberal politicians watching the riots in the streets had long been
Fuck.
dissatisfied with the Tsar, since he would shut their parliament down anytime they did something
Jesus,
they didn't like.
I wonder how long they didn't eat.
The only
you
way
know?
to bring stability back
I
to the
wonder how
streets
long
was
they
for
didn't
Nicholas
eat.
II to abdicate. The riots continued. The police fired on soldiers. Soldiers fired on soldiers. The workers
Wow.
reestablished the Petrograd Soviet.
This is a
began
mess.
arresting the Tsar's ministers. He may have been an autocrat, but he just lost complete control of his capital city.
Yeah.
Talk about
Dude,
embarrassing.
just leave,
Nicholas,
man.
The
Just
troops have
leave.
turned against us. The people have taken over the city. They've even cut my phone line. Hello? Hello? The phones
Oh.
are down. Things must be bad. I'd better go back there. Nicholas
Oh,
hopped on
really?
the next train back to
You give a
Petrograd,
fuck?
But he never made it to the city. His train was met by military generals and other
Huh.
politicians. What's
Okay.
going on? Nicholas, look, man, we need to talk. It's
Alright.
not you, it's us.
Okay, what did you
Aw,
do?
Who am I kidding? No, it's
It's
definitely
you,
During
you
the whole
cowardly
crisis in Petrograd,
bitch.
The liberals convinced the generals that if Nicholas abdicated, the people would calm down, and the
Okay.
generals were on board. They didn't have time to quell the chaos, because don't forget, they were still
Okay.
losing a global, all-encompassing war against the Germans. And with the military no longer on his side, Nicholas had no choice but to step down. Throughout
Good.
his entire reign, he had done everything he could to keep all the power for himself. And in
Wow.
the end, that's exactly what left him with none. But then there was a big
All you had to do was be a good man and you know, try to, you know, make your nation better. But no, you had to fucking, you know, tippy-toe around, do stupid shit. That's all. Like, come on.
Who would replace Nicholas? Well, his son Alexei was next in line. Hey buddy, Daddy couldn't handle the complex socioeconomic problems of a giant multinational, multi-ethnic empire that's engaged in total war with all of Europe. You think you could give it a shot? Alexei wasn't ready to be Tsar.
He's supposed to be inbreeding. You know, they said that in part 1. He's the product of inbreeding. Am I right? Am I wrong? Can somebody tell me that? That kid is product of the, you know, inbreed shit.
Nicholas did have a brother, but given the state of the empire, he wasn't keen either. And so, 300 years of Romanov rule in Russia just kind of came to an end. The earlier 1905 revolution hadn't changed much, but this new revolution had left Russia without a Tsar. And still, before the year was over, there would be one more revolution left to come. Nicholas's fate as commander of the armed forces was the final straw that broke the camel's back. Do you think maybe you could have done any better? Well, guess what?
Hey, you know what? I think when it's not, nothing comes to fruition, and you know, and not everything is positive. And as a leader, you might not accomplish much either, because life is that bad, that trash. Okay, it won't let you do anything of significance. Even if you, you know, even if you want to do it and do it, have a passion to do something good, and you still can't do it because life won't let you. That's a thing in life, you know. No matter how hard you work, there's going to be obstacles and people, you know, just misdirecting you and you know, just making you lose the sense of direction, you know, and just confuse you. You know, things will happen that will stop you from reaching the greatness, you know. So it is entirely possible, but some of his actions were really terrible. So, you know, he deserves what he gets. He not just failed, he just completely gave up with his bullshit, and he did some horrible things in the process on purpose. So we can't defend him. We can't even defend him.
In Rise of Kingdoms.
Okay.
Rise of
Sponsor
Kingdoms
time. Okay.
Massive multiplayer, free-to-play, real-time strategy game. Choose from 11 historical civilizations, including Rome, China, or France.
Okay, you want to play this game? Please play it.
Or conquer the crap out of them.
Pretty
in
cool.
Strategic battles. Oh look, it's Master Tactician.
It's gonna go on for quite a while, huh?
Great. If you want my advice, the troop is the most important chess piece in a battle. In Rise of Kingdoms, each troop can be controlled. To win a battle, you need to utilize careful positioning through unique troop formations.
Troop formations.
To your advantage.
Isn't that crazy that people, you know,
by using superior strategy? You're wrong.
You know, in the name of control, they do horrible things.
I'm about to drop some knowledge.
That should not be your first. You know, your
has their own unique skill.
That should not be your objective when you try to control things. Do it for good.
I'm also able to cure my
do something good if you want to control it.
And I can
you know,
their
help people.
By 10%.
If you're a dictator, help your people. You know,
Rise of Kingdoms, the decision is yours.
Don't be
go ahead. Choose your favorite real historical
don't be evil.
And lead your troops into real-time
I think that that is something you would know by this point. After all this history.
And 50 million other online players.
I guess they didn't know because they haven't gone through
a great empire.
And war was really nothing back then, I guess.
Now where was
you know?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hungry woman, absolute chaos, and the end of the Tsar.
Tsar.
Oh, hey guys, says here there's been a revolution, and the reign of the Tsars has ended. Oh, come on, I missed another one? Why am I even in this video? Well, it's not like you could have done anything. As long as there's a world war, you can't get back to Russia. Who wants to start a revolution?
Revolution!
Like getting rid of Nick. Russia was still at war with half of Europe. The Germans, however, had an idea. They thought that if they helped Lenin get back, he would cause trouble for the new Russian government. So they put him on a train. Destination, Petrograd.
Oh,
it was a long
man,
journey.
they have some serious plans.
Things in Russia were changing. Workers were taking control of their factories. Soldiers were socking it to their mean old officers. Without a czar, a big old power vacuum had opened up, and someone needed to fill it. The liberals proposed they be in charge, and they set up the provisional government. The workers, however, had already begun establishing local Soviets, largely controlled by the social revolutionaries and the Mensheviks. And since neither felt like they had the power to oust the other, Russia ended up in a classic dual power conundrum. The two coexisted, with the provisional government becoming the official government, and the elected Soviets issuing orders to the workers and soldiers. This power balance was delicate, and only took one bold revolutionary to come along and give everyone a big-brained beatdown. Oh wow! Lenin's coming home. I can't wait for him to see all the great things we've accomplished. And
Oh.
I'm gonna show him my fan art. Oh,
That
look,
dude is
here he
stubborn.
comes now.
I don't think he will like it.
Shut up, shut up! You all suck! The provisional government sucks, the Soviet sucks, even your fan art sucks!
Oh man, why you gotta hurt them?
Be so mean! In case you couldn't tell,
Oh,
Lenin wasn't
shit.
a fan of everything that had been happening. In his April theses, he called the provisional government and the Soviets a bunch of big bourgeois bozos. And he kinda had a
Okay.
point. There was still a lot for the Russian people to be mad about. The provisional government hadn't got Russia out of the war, the people were still hungry, and the peasants were still hoping to get more land. Meanwhile, the Soviets hadn't done much to change things either. But even though they weren't perfect, a lot of people did like what the new government had been doing. There was progress. The secret police were disbanded, the death penalty abolished. They even planned to hold elections, meaning for the
Okay.
first time ever, the Russian people could choose their own government. To many, Lenin seemed like some out-of-touch weirdo. If Lenin wanted to go from whiny irrelevant zero to a hunky
Okay.
communist hero, he'd need to shake things up a bit. So he
Huh.
and the Bolsheviks came up with a hot new slogan that promised to give the people what the provisional government wouldn't. Peace. Don't like war?
Peace.
We'll end it. Land. You
Land.
want land? We'll
You
give
want
it to
land?
you.
It's yours.
Hungry. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Lenin also
Like,
called for all
man.
power to the Soviets, which meant getting rid of the provisional
These
government
people
and
wanna
having the Soviets
manipulate
replace the
everything.
Communist dream. The people liked these slogans, and bit by bit, the Bolsheviks became more popular. Some Mensheviks
Oh.
even began switching sides. But even though the people thought Lenin's slogans rocked, as long as the provisional government didn't mess up, they'd continue to support it. So let's check in on the provisional government.
Okay.
Oh, provisional government, you've made a big mess. The provisional
Okay.
government lasted for just 9 months, but those 9 months were chaos. The people wanted Russia out of
Chaos.
World War I. But Minister of War Alexander Kerensky thought instead of doing that, why not do the exact opposite? If the people saw more Russian victories, they'd have to support the new government. And that went just about as well as
Okay.
you might expect. These heavy defeats worsened the Russian economy and made the hungry
Okay.
people hungrier.
Oh,
and by now, I
man.
think you know what comes next. They
Oh,
trashed
shit.
the
Oh,
press.
my
More
God.
looting,
Of course.
More rioting, more violence.
Yeah.
It was like the Tsar had never
They had
Tens of
enough.
Thousands of armed workers took to the streets.
Years
the
and
worst
years of
violence
fucking
Petrograd had
pain.
seen yet. And in response, Kerensky called in the troops, who opened fire on the demonstrators.
Oh,
For now,
God.
Lenin and other Bolshevik leaders wanted to distance themselves from the violence, but the crowds marched
Oh,
under
man.
Bolshevik slogans, and as a result, Kerensky, now the prime minister, took the opportunity to stamp down on the Bolsheviks. Their leaders
Wow.
were arrested. Lenin was accused of being a German agent, and he was forced to flee to Finland.
You're
in
ugly.
disguise. This sucks. Now I'll never get to have my revolution. Why are you wearing a dress? It's a
Man,
disguise.
this dude is a dumbass
And it makes
trying
me
to
feel
cause
pretty. Kerensky had
revolution.
successfully dealt
Who
with the
thinks like
violence,
that?
But he just couldn't catch a break. This increasing support for more extreme forms of socialism, along with the poor handling of the war, alarmed traditional liberals and bougie business boys. To appease them, Kerensky decided to promote a military legend to Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, someone who hated the revolution, loved the death penalty, and was devoutly anti-socialist, General
Okay.
Kornilov. Hey man,
Oh.
thanks for the promotion. That was real swell of you. Of course, with you by my side, who would dare try to overthrow me? How about
Huh.
me?
Oh.
I did not see this coming. Unfortunately
Oh,
for
shit.
Kerensky, Kornilov hated the liberal and socialist reforms of the new government, particularly
Right.
the dumb socialist soldiers committees. The army was
Oh.
no place for undisciplined left-wing snowflakes. Fearing a Bolshevik takeover was imminent.
I can't
Kornilov
believe you
ordered
said
his
that.
men towards Petrograd to oust the Soviet and take over.
I don't
Kerensky
know.
freaked out, and he needed help. Since he knew Trotsky was finger-licking good at organizing, he and other Bolshevik leaders were released, and they, along with the Soviet, organized the
Okay.
defense of Petrograd. Kornilov had the power of soldiers, but the Soviet had the power of workers.
Of
They did
workers.
what workers do best. Railroad workers diverted Kornilov's men away. Telegraph workers messed with his communications.
Oh,
They even
shit.
infiltrated his forces and encouraged the demoralized men to desert. They were also armed
Wow.
en masse, but in the end, no fighting was necessary because Kornilov's coup just fell apart, and Kornilov was sent straight to prison.
Holy
Everything
shit.
was coming up Kerensky. Hey, thanks for
Hooray.
the help, boys. Couldn't have done it without you. Now that there's no longer any threat, how about you, return all those guns again?
No, fuck you. Get out. No, this is why people need guns. You understand? They need guns because of this kind of bullshit. So much manipulation, confusions that are only meant to trap you. Don't give your guns, like, I get it. You don't believe in it. Just keep one with you in the fucking safe and don't open it. Just do that just for your sake, okay? Because this kind of shit will happen. You know?
Oh no! In order
Oh,
to kill
no.
a rat, Kerensky had just given a gun to a bear, a Bolshevik
Okay.
bear. The whole affair
Oh,
was a huge
shit.
propaganda win for them. They had defended the revolution, and their popularity skyrocketed. They found themselves
Oh,
elected
shit.
to Petrograd and Moscow Soviets, with Trotsky even becoming chairman in Petrograd. They were now in a very powerful position, almost
Okay.
powerful enough for Lenin to return home from Finland and finally stage his long-awaited communist revolution.
He was pretending to be a girl in
Bolsheviks
some
began
other
planning their
foreign
takeover
country.
of the Russian government. Some got cold feet and began arguing against Lenin's armed revolution in favor of a more peaceful approach. And they even
Okay.
wrote newspaper articles about it, which kind of gave the whole scheme away. The Bolsheviks are
Shit.
planning an armed revolution?
Oh.
I did not see this coming. Kerensky began
Okay.
arresting Bolsheviks, and as a result, Lenin and the boys felt they had no choice but to commence the revolution right now.
Oh,
Lenin was
fuck.
back in Petrograd, but was still in hiding, so Trotsky got the ball rolling, using his position as Soviet chairman
Okay.
to organize the Bolshevik militias. Now,
Okay.
if you were to ask Soviet artists, the revolution went something like this.
Oh.
As much as they would like you to think it was a glorious, violent, heroic takeover, the truth seems to be a little more underwhelming.
Huh.
The Bolsheviks just kind of walked into key buildings in the city and took control. Bolshevik supporting
Oh.
sailors even brought in a huge battleship, but there wasn't really any fighting. Nobody really tried to stop them.
Huh.
And just one day, they took control of the city. Next, Kerensky just managed to escape before the Bolsheviks surrounded the Winter Palace, placing the provisional government under
Oh.
siege inside. Is it safe to come out yet? I think so. Fear my
Okay.
revolutionary might.
This is actually, you know what? This video is actually funny. I didn't expect that. This video is actually kind of, I guess the history was this weird and funny in a way.
That night, Lenin came
You
out
know?
of hiding to play a bigger role in the revolution. With him back at the helm, they had one more job to do: storm the Winter Palace and arrest the provisional government. And here
Provisional
comes
government.
the final showdown. The palace was defended
Oh.
by a force,
The
known
climax.
as the Battalion of Death, who
Battalion
immediately
of
gave
Death.
up. And just like
Oh.
that, Lenin had won. As far as
Good.
violent, bloody revolutionary
Good.
operations go, this wasn't really one of them. But
Okay,
Lenin was
whatever.
finally in charge of Russia. He had spent his whole life dreaming of this moment. He set up the first Council of People's Commissars, his own cabinet, with him in charge. This was it. His chance to finally make his communist utopia with equality and freedoms beyond compare.
God damn it.
Hey,
I don't know
Lenin,
about
before we
communism.
took power, they were planning on holding elections. Shall we go ahead with those? Of course. You can't have a communist utopia without high levels of political participation. The proletariat should be free to elect who it.
We lost.
The social revolutionaries won. We lost.
Oh.
Those don't count. Lenin claimed the elections
what?
were unfair, and the constituent
Okay.
assembly they created was counter-revolutionary. He presented the new assembly with a motion that basically said, sign here and give up your power. And when the assembly was
Oh,
like,
no, don't do
Lenin
that.
said, see, they're disobeying me. Proof they're counter-revolutionary.
Oh
Shut it
my
down, boys.
God. Oh
Moderate socialists and
no.
others weren't happy when Lenin had the assembly closed by force, and when campaigners
Fuck.
began taking to the streets, they were fired upon. For
Oh,
Lenin, setting up
no.
a communist utopia was looking suspiciously like setting up a dictatorship, while he was
Right.
implementing
Everybody is a fucking douchebag, isn't it? Like everybody has to fucking go to certain extreme, make everything extreme in some way or the other. Like just shut up, let everything go peacefully. God damn it! You don't even need freedom. Just be peaceful. That's all you fucking need.
implementing many of the communist policies you'd expect. He was also refusing to work with other political parties and cracking down on
God
opposition.
damn it.
Hey Lenin, are you setting up a dictatorship? I'll shoot you if you are. Of course not. What a crazy
Bro.
theory. Anyway, I'm pleased.
If you have a doubt, then get rid of it. Okay. If you have a doubt, then get rid of the problem. Just get rid of the problem, and you will have no doubt. Kick this dude. He is a problem.
to announce I'm setting up a secret police force to repress and kill traitors. And by traitors, I of course mean anyone not loyal to me.
Oh shit!
The assassination attempt made on Lenin's life in August 1918 failed, but in response, the Bolsheviks ramped up their oppression. But while all of this chaos was erupting back home, Lenin and the boys were also distracted by another problem. They were still at war with the Germans, and they had promised to give the people peace. So
Peace.
Lenin made Trotsky Commissar for Foreign Affairs and sent him off to negotiate a peace deal with the Germans. The Germans offered Trotsky really harsh terms, you know, because they were winning the war. They demanded
Man.
Russia give up a butt-ton of land, something that would
Oh.
be devastating to the economy. Look, I know it's not great, but I think we have to accept it. Are you insane? This will ruin us. Hey Trotsky, you got a big brain. What do you think? How about no war, no peace? What's that, Mr. Trotsky, sir? It's simple. No war means we'll stop fighting the Germans, but no peace means we won't sign the peace treaty either. Then, when the Germans say we've just stopped fighting, they'll have to leave us alone or something. Trotsky, that's genius. I
Right.
could kiss you. Do you want me to kiss you? Stop asking me that. Trotsky's no war, no
The
peace
fuck?
plan was a huge success. Oh, wait, no,
Okay.
just kidding. It went exactly as you'd imagine. When the Germans saw the Russians had stopped fighting, they slammed 700,000 troops deep into Russian territory with no resistance.
Of
Now,
course.
the new peace treaty offered by the Germans was way worse, with
Way
Russia
worse.
losing a huge amount of territory, population,
Shit.
and resources. The Bolsheviks had no choice but to accept, and Russia
Wow.
was humiliated. With Petrograd
Damn.
in an exposed position, Lenin moved the capital to Moscow, just in case. Things really weren't going well for Lenin, and many people were extremely unhappy with the Bolshevik government and its actions. Lenin, you've pissed off so many people that they've united against you. We're under attack. Relax, we always expected some counter-revolutionary pushback. I think we can
What
handle
the
a few angry
fuck?
monopoly men. But Lenin, it's not just the monopoly men.
Everything is a
what are we up
problem.
against? Well, the liberals, the social revolutionaries, national separatists in Poland, Finland, the Ukraine, independent warlords setting up chiefdoms, anarchist rebels, the Green Peasant armies, the Cossacks, the Caucasian states, the Baltic states, the British, the French, the Americans, and the Japanese. Oh, and a legion
Okay.
of Czechoslovakian soldiers seem to have taken over the Trans-Siberian Railway and stolen all the imperial gold
Jesus.
reserves. What? How could this get
Wow.
any worse? Oh,
Wow.
and it says here your mother-in-law is coming to stay.
No!
A variety of anti-Bolshevik forces had united together to topple Lenin's government, and Russia descended into a full-blown
this.
civil war. Now, the Russian
Oh
Civil
my
War was
God.
extremely intricate and would really need its own video, but essentially, the anti-Bolshevik white movement gained control of vast, underdeveloped areas, while the Bolshevik
Wow.
Reds controlled the industrial heartland. Using this to their advantage, along with the surprising military genius of Trotsky and the shocking disorganization of the White Army, the fortified Red Army gradually came out on top. It was an absolutely brutal
man.
conflict, with both sides committing horrendous atrocities. To maintain order at home, the Bolsheviks began the Red Terror, and the secret police would execute tens of thousands of suspected traitors. No one was safe from the violence, not even Nicholas himself.
Oh,
You've probably
God.
been wondering what Nicholas has been up to this whole time. Well,
What is he
after his
doing?
abdication, he and his family were placed under house arrest. At first,
Oh,
they
okay.
were allowed to live in their usual luxury, but after Lenin took
Okay.
over, their conditions worsened. The
Oh.
Bolsheviks were just holding on to Nick until they could work out what to do with him, but the Civil War complicated things. The last thing they wanted was for Nick to be freed by the White Armies, and so, to
Oh.
stop this from happening, Nicholas's Bolshevik guards decided to act.
Holy
It's not
shit.
entirely certain whether Lenin ordered it, or if the guards were
Wow.
acting on their own volition.
Wow.
But on July 17th, 1918, with White armies approaching, they woke
Whoa.
Nicholas and his family in the middle of the night
What
and
the
brought them
fuck?
into the basement. There,
Oh.
a drunken squad of Bolsheviks murdered the entire family.
Holy
Nicholas,
shit.
the last Tsar, once one of the most powerful men alive, had
Wow.
met a brutal end.
Oh
But
my
after years of
God.
fighting and millions of deaths, Trotsky and his Red Army
You know, that dude was fucking stupid as fuck. He's a dumbass, but still. He could have, like, his kids, his wife, and himself, he needs to provide, you know. He's important too for the family. So he could have just run off somewhere. Is that. But he was put in house arrest, right? So he could never escape? That's fucked up. That's a brutal end. Man, not the worst enemy. Even the worst enemy shouldn't be having, like, your whole family, your kids, and yourself. Oh my God.
came out
That's crazy.
victorious. Wow, that was a close one. Okay, back to creating a communist utopia. How are we doing on that? Well, the Civil War helped create a massive famine and about 5 million people starved to death. There's massive inflation and the ruble is worthless. Hundreds and hundreds of kilometers of railway track have been destroyed. Disease and epidemics have killed 3 million. The population of Moscow and Petrograd has collapsed. Life expectancy has plummeted. Sailors in Kronstadt are rebelling. People are freezing to death in their own apartments and life has been reduced to a constant search for food and shelter.
Oh,
Well,
man.
Well, this just means I'll have to work twice as hard, day
Okay.
and night, to save the country. Nothing will
Okay.
stop me, short of a
All right.
couple of sudden strokes. Get the
Oh
fuck
my
out. What
God!
you have to keep in mind is
He
that
needed-
everything I've been talking
Oh,
about,
God,
the Civil War,
he
the
suffered a
assassination
health-
attempt, and Lenin's struggle to maintain control at home were all happening around the same time, and it
Oh,
must have been
shit.
extremely stressful.
Oh,
Lenin began
shit.
getting headaches, insomnia,
Insomnia.
and in 1922 he suffered 2 separate strokes.
Two
As the Soviet
separate
Union was officially
strokes.
declared under a strict one-party system, Lenin's health
Oh.
continued to decline, and his ability to lead the Communist Party went with it. Everybody assumed Trotsky would succeed him. He was a great speaker, he'd won the Civil War, and he had
Hmm.
a dope-ass train. The last person anyone expected to take over was Stalin. Stalin wasn't
Oh
the greatest
my
electrician
God!
like Lenin, or a charismatic war hero like Trotsky. He was, as one Menshevik described him, a gray blur. Someone who
Oh,
operated
no.
in the background. Someone who you
That dude is like the world's biggest top 3 villains. He is one of them, okay? Stalin is one of the greatest tragedies of all time. Like,
I didn't
really?
even notice, but it was in the background that Stalin would rise to power. Here's how it happened.
Fuck.
After the revolution, all the Bolsheviks hoped to get a cool job in the new government. What did you get?
Oh
Commissar
my
for
God.
War. Sweet. What'd you get? Secretary.
Oh, the fuck?
Stalin was made general secretary for the Communist Party. It wasn't what he wanted, but Stalin quickly realized that even though it wasn't fancy, it was a powerful position. As secretary, he had the power to give people jobs within the party. So he would give jobs to all of his pals, who in turn would give him their support. The more pals he gave jobs, the more power he got. The more power he got, the more pals he got. Lenin may have been having wall-to-wall strokes, but he was still involved in the party, and he was taking notice. He wasn't a fan of Stalin abusing his position or insulting his wife to her face. Lenin knew he couldn't let Stalin take over, but by this stage, he was just too sick to fight it. Hey man, tell whoever's in charge of giving people jobs not to let that jerk Stalin become the next leader. By the way, who did I put in charge of giving people jobs? That would be Stalin, sir.
Oh man, whoa. And you died!
Deja vu. Lenin's last
Oh
wish
my
was to not let Stalin
God.
take over, but by the time he died, Stalin was too powerful to remove. He had
Holy
his remaining
shit.
opponents arrested or killed. Trotsky was banished and fled to Europe. Eventually,
Everybody is trying to grab control, trying to gather power, grab power, and control everything. Fuck these people. What the fuck? Can somebody in the public, elect someone to fucking rule instead of these rich douchebags? Like, these people are dangerous, man. The people don't know anything. They need to fucking haul their ass and save themselves at this point.
be assassinated
really?
by Soviet spies in 1940. Our dear comrade Lenin has died. We should have a state funeral. No. Let's mummify him and put him on display so people can look at his dead body forever. That's gross.
Oh, shit.
You're gross. Guards, kill him. Lenin
Oh
had
my
waited so
God.
long to take control in Russia, but he never got to see his communist utopia. His short time in
Oh,
charge was
man.
spent dealing with the destroyed Russian economy, World War I, and the Civil War. He was cruel and merciless, but he really did seem to believe communism would make Russia a better place. Stalin,
Man.
on the other hand, would take
Like, back then, everything was so confusing that you had to resort to, I don't know, I guess communism, fascism, in order to make your poor country better. You know, I guess, because things were so dire that you had to cling on to something to make things better, you know. I guess we gotta understand that, you
the
know.
Soviet Union down a different path. If you thought Lenin was a tyrant,
Oh,
well,
man.
you ain't seen nothing yet, girl.
Oh,
a
shit.
secret police state, a rapidly militarizing superpower led by a paranoid man who deeply distrusted the West, would see the
Wow.
world come to the brink of nuclear annihilation.
Oh,
That's right.
man.
I'm talking about
The Cold War. Holy shit.
Remember to click the link in the description
Oh
below to
my
download Right
God.
Now for free.
And that's
Fight
when the
alongside
Cold
allies,
War
conquer
started?
other players, and use superior tactics to emerge victorious.
Actually, you
in
know
a
what?
strategic battle royale.
I don't know much about any Cold War because I already heard of it, here and there. And that's because I am not, I'm not a European. I'm not, I'm some Indian dude minding his own business, just living about his life. I'm just a normal Indian man. I don't know much. Even if I learned. There was no use, so I don't even remember it. So I would like to know what Cold War is all about to begin with. I only know bits and pieces here and there, not much really. But Cold War, I would like to watch that. If there's a video of it, I would definitely watch it.
Again, click on the link in the description below, and I'll see you there.
Okay, Cold War Oversimplified. Okay. That's crazy. That's great. That's great. Oversimplified Cold War. I'm gonna be reacting to that. I'm gonna be reacting to that. Isn't that amazing? This history, to learn history is so fascinating. It's so crazy, and at the same time, it's also really deep and something that you learn from. To not make mistakes and whatnot. It's just a crazy reality. We went through so much shit. So many terrible things have happened. That's because we were complete buffoons. We didn't know shit. I don't think we know anything. And even now we don't know anything. We're obsessing over, obsessing over hating each other's parties, and saying that, hey, you are the controlling person, hey, no, you are the controlling person. All of this, dude, stop obsessing over stop focusing on the danger. If you focus on the danger, you lead your nation to danger. Okay, you need to focus on good things. That's the only way you can spread positivity. Teach some basic history, and hope for the best. That's the only way we can get through all of this, because holy shit, we don't want to think about evil. If you think about evil, if you obsess over evil, if you obsess over avoiding evil, you will go straight to evil in some way or form, because that thing is a concept that is always in the circle of conversation. When such a concept is inside the circle of conversation, it will become a reality, because people will start believing in shit. So just completely avoid evil, focus on the best, hope everyone does great. That's all I could say. I don't know if that makes sense, but it is what it is. I hope you understood something from it. So yeah, the Russian Revolution Oversimplified Part 2. This was the end for the Russian Revolution, but it didn't end there, okay? There's this thing called the Cold War, apparently, and it will go, I guess it's gonna go setting up franchises upon franchises of videos. Isn't that crazy? That's history. Endless madness, okay? So yeah, that's for this reaction. Expect the Cold War oversimplified Part 1, okay? I'll definitely do that, okay? So yeah, that's it for this reaction. If you happen to like this reaction, and please don't get offended. I don't know anything. I'm just an idiot from India. Just a fool that doesn't know, like one of those people that are native to your nation. I'm like that, and they don't know anything outside of their nation. I am like that, okay? I'm a native to my India. It's just the purest Indian that you could find. I am that person, okay? Doesn't know shit about the outside world. I don't know much at all, and I don't know how deep it goes, and who the fuck is dangerous and who is the hero. We don't know either. So yeah, that's it for this reaction. Hope you understood what I meant and liked my reaction. And if you like my reaction, please subscribe to my main channel. The link will be in the description. I got a copyright strike over there just for reacting to something. Okay, it was a joke. I don't know why. I just reacted to something, saw one dude's reaction, thought everybody was reacting, and I reacted. That dude must have paid off this company, Chinese company, and had his channel allowed to upload his video. But I didn't do that, and I didn't know that he did that. So I did it, and I got a copyright strike. Okay, so yeah, this is my backup channel. This is where I'm uploading every day, 3 to 4 videos every day. So if you want to see more reactions from me and see hundreds of more reactions on my main channel, go check it out. Subscribe to both my channel. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this reaction. The Cold War Oversimplified next. Stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.